It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Bonjour, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. You've come at a good time because next we have the pleasure of working with Wonga Vakala. He's a dynamic, innovative 30-year-old entrepreneur and he's making strides in the tech industry. Now, with little to no resources and knowledge, this started Wonga Technologies, a wireless network solutions company. And from there, he's just gone from strength to strength.
He has indeed. From humble beginnings in a busy township in Gqeberha, Wonga Letu's journey is a testament to, I think, perseverance, vision, and a passion for technology. So we're going to find out more about his journey. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Wonga to the building. How are you doing, brother? Yes.
I'm happy to be here.
Oh,
Good
man.
morning.
You know what it is for me? It's that smile. Look at him.
It is that. And you can feel that this man's the real deal. Some people come here, they try front, but you're oozing with passion. You're oozing with all the real stuff that I think has made this successful, bro. You good today?
I'm very good, man. Especially with the Springboks win. How are you guys doing?
I know, right?
Go,
But
Volker.
I'm celebrating something which I think is even bigger than this, and that's the work that you're doing, man. You've done some incredible stuff here. You're an entrepreneur. You started something initially from a very young age called Compunity, which I see what you did there, Compunity. Like, it's smart. What inspired you to establish this company? And talk to me more about it. It's basically like a computer learning center that you've created, right?
Sure, yeah. So community coming from a township like Motherwell and with little IT exposure that I had, I wanted to give back to my community, right? Because I saw that the transition from high school to tertiary students were not exposed to IT and basic computer skills, so they will struggle through the first year of their tertiary, and that leads to NSFAS exclusion sometimes and struggling through the first year. So I wanted to build a computer center for them at high school, because there were few high schools with computer centers and computer labs in my time. So that's why I started Compunity.
Smart,
name,
man. And it's like you come from the future to deliver this. Like, we must learn tech, people. Trust me. And I'm glad
This is the future.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the future. Yeah.
No, I love that. And it definitely worked out, right?
It definitely, even it really didn't work out. Even though community doesn't really exist now, but the passion and the lessons from there, I implement them on Wonga Technologies now.
Absolutely.
To make sure it thrives and goes forward.
No, absolutely. Well, listen, it's a harrowing fact, but the unemployment rate for the youth in South Africa is about 45.5%, which, I mean, that's just under half of our population when it comes to people between 15 and 34 years old, right? But you've used this tool of technology to really address change and bring about something new. So I'm wondering how you've seen the impact on the ground and how it's evolved from community to where you are now. How has technology aided in the change?
With technology, things that were not possible are now becoming possible, right? Things that we thought we would see in the next 30 years, they are now within 7 years time span. Tools like AI are helping us be innovative quickly, and adapt to that, So with Wonga Technologies, I think it helps that the more we scale, the more we forced to be the solution to the communities we live in and so forth.
And not just that, but for me, you are someone that is becoming a product of something bigger as well. For what you've done, it's rare that we get this opportunity to ask this question. And maybe I want to take it to you now, because a lot of people are inspired by your journey, trying to figure out, how did you do this? How did you become so successful? But wasn't always this easy, right? I mean, we were talking about a story. You were heading down to Cape Town earlier, taking a big step from your township, coming to a big city. You need to be resourceful. You have to be creative. You don't have transport. You're catching Uber rides. You're doing the most to make this thing come to life, right? It's obviously not always that easy. How do you transfer those skills across these obstacles? How do you traverse across these big challenges, knowing that, hey, man, like, I don't even have transport, I don't have food sometimes, but I want this thing to work. How do you get through that moment, man?
Sure.
Can I tell you a story?
Yeah, shit.
My first days of Wonga Technologies was just fixing Wi-Fi access points, extending Wi-Fi to the cottage or to the upstairs.
Started small.
They started small, right? So my call out back then was around 450, right?
Okay.
So I didn't have a car and I didn't get my pricing right. But because I was passionate and I wanted to get my name out there, right? So sometimes Uber would charge me 200 to go to Bloberg, and then 220 to come back.
It costs you more money to do the job.
No profit.
And then my profit would be about $30.
Man.
But I kept pushing. I always believed that I'm building my name. And sometimes I would ask a friend to use their car, and they would cost me cheaper than Uber, maybe 50 rand cheaper or 60 rand. But still, that counted for something. You know, that difference made a whole big difference to me and the business at the time. So when you talk about being resourceful, you know, money can't be your primary goal. The name, the business, it must be your main focus. It must be the thing that you want to get out there. If you're solving a problem, money will come.
Oh, I absolutely love that. I just want to reiterate that because, again, I think so many people out there are chasing success and associating with money. You were smart enough to invest in yourself, even though in the time you're not making the money. Mzansi, listen to this man. Not making money, but investing in his future, investing in that. And the ROI, look at it now, sitting on live TV in front of a national audience, telling South Africa about your success. You are, man. Oh, that's incredible.
30 rand profit to the world. No, I love that. Wonga, that's so beautiful. And listen, you're just 30 years old. You literally have your whole life ahead of you still. And I'm wondering if you're looking at somebody that may be the younger version of yourself, right? The youth of South Africa. And you want to encourage them with your own hunger and ambition as to where they at. What would you say to them? What advice would you give to them?
The first point would be the one we just spoke about, that money can't be your primary goal. Money, if you're starting a business or you're in this journey because of money, you are bound to fail. You are bound to fail. So the main thing should be your passion and your business, right? That should be your passion and your mission, the business. And then if you try and solve a problem, if you're solving a problem, people will do the marketing for you if you are solving a problem. So you're going to spend less on marketing because people, they are highly to recommend someone who's solving the problem. So find a problem that you can solve. Also, see a gap and take it. Don't doubt yourself. If there are people with less skills and less knowledge doing what you're doing, right? And you are more skilled and equipped and you're doubting yourself, right? So please find a market and service that market. And have a grit, have resilience, because this journey is not easy. This journey is not easy, you know. It's similar to like climbing Mount Everest. It's not easy. Some days you feel like quitting. Sometimes the passion fades away. But if you have the grit, the resilience, the tenacity, you will keep going. So if you don't have those, then
Wonga, you must spirit animal, bro. I love everything you're putting out this morning. It's absolute gold. You have wisdom beyond your years. And I can see that this is the beginning for you. I feel like you need to encourage people to do what you're doing. I feel like you have life coach abilities. I feel like you have skills beyond your measure. But for now, though, I want to say congratulations. Incredible stuff. WongaTechnologies.co.za. That's for you, Mzansi, if you want to find out more about the incredible work happening here from Wonga Letu. And I want to say thank you again, dude. You're doing incredible stuff. I hope you can take this energy and just never stop smiling. Take this energy and keep serving it to the rest of Mzansi, because on a Monday morning when it's this cold, I think we've all been inspired and warmed up, bro. You're amazing.
Thank you so much.
Sure, entrepreneurship is not an easy journey, but you've heard from so much advice from Wonga, and thank you again for joining us. How incredibly beautiful. But of course, we're going to wrap that there for now, but we'll keep you around studio, don't worry.